Hello everybody and welcome to this playthrough for Expert Division with the qualifying round wins here for the Acacia Reserve Tournament in Golf Clash the game. In this video you will see a mixed bag of videos from all the teammates in our Expert Division, and this to be able to provide a free playthrough for you all and see what we do have to offer. Hopefully these videos will help you along your way to scoring well in the Acacia Reserve Tournament. If you're looking to get better in Expert or Master or in any game mode in the game, you scan the QR code here on the screen or you use the link patreon.com/golfclashtommy that is in the description down below. Sign up for any of our free premium guides. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. All of those three things you can do for free and it will help my channel a lot. Last but not least, you do have an info box at the bottom right of your screen. There you can find club distance adjustment, elevation adjustment, also what ball and club type we all suggest you to play with. Have in mind that those are all suggestions and you don't have to follow it if you don't want to. There is always a plan behind it. So let's go to hole number 1. For hole number 1, we are going to play down the left hand side, and we are going to use 2.5 bar top spin and 3 right spin. For Apocalypse level 5 plus, we're going to position ourselves at the top of plus 10, where Apocalypse level 4 shall position itself at P3 max rest, which is plus 16. Now, adjustment is going to be max plus 10 P3. And once we have made that adjustment, we are going to do half a ball of right curl together with something called just before circle drop overpower. It's a technique that we do to allow for players that do not have grid lines to be able to follow the correct amount of curl. You can see that the circle is jumping like that, and we want to be just before that part. Perfect ball it is, and we're looking to have a drive that is somewhere in between 343 and 350 yards. Obviously we want to stay away from the rough, which we do in a simple way. Second shot, we are going to have our Goliath. Why do we have the Goliath? It's because we do want to have a decent bunch of top spin, because here we're going to play a rough bump. But first we do a middle sign check. So you can see those 3 signs there to the left. We do want to have our bullseye checking the second one of that. 6 top spin and half a bar of right spin, and we want the ball guideline to go half a green square through the hole, with ball guideline going left side of the pin. Adjust is now going to be from plus 2 and plus 3. We're doing 70% slider with a 5% elevation and P3 numbers. Once we have adjusted, we are going to add a final little thing to the puzzle here, is that we once again gonna use a little bit of overpower. So just before circle drop overpower, this to allow the ball to land higher up and for us then to avoid having to do any push up or something like that. Comes in lovely, dropping dead center for the eagle. For hole number 2, this is our more aggressive option towards an albatross. We do have a more safer one as well when it comes to those that do want to take the eagle and play it completely free to play. Here, 4 top spin, 3 right spin, we're setting up with different plus yardage depending on what level of rock you have. Rock level 9 top of plus 9, rock level 8 top of plus 10, and rock level 7 top of plus 15. 4 top spin, 3 right spin, max plus 20 P0, and that is the adjustment you do with an Apocalypse level 4 plus. Half a ball of right curl with just before circle drop overpower, and we bounce on the fairway, and you can see we go nicely over the fairway here as well, landing somewhere between 345 and 351 yards. Now, second shot, we play with the Cataclysm. This to allow us to play with a P3 ball if we would like. 1 left spin, 0.2 top spin, and now it's all about the bounces. And this is the tricky part with this par 5. We are going to look to have the third bounce just on the fringe with tip of the ball guideline just into the dark green square row left of the pin. Tough one to find, which is also the reason why we do suggest a practice token here to not stress too much on the approach. We definitely don't want you to time out. Landing position, we as check here, plus 12 equals 100% slider, which is max numbers with a 30% elevation and P3 numbers. And if you're using a Win 5 ball, we do want you to use one click of left curl. If you're using a Win 4 ball, you're not using anything. This is for a Win 4 and Win 5 ball. For hole number 3, we do recommend that you start with a side spin 2 ball to set the spins immediately. We're gonna do 0.1 back spin and 2 right spin. What we're then looking for is to swap back to a P3 ball if you didn't start with one. I would say though, however, start with a Titan ball, which will then allow you to set the position and also the spins directly. Now a P3 min line, inner, which is also the green ring to edge of bunker. Now we do have a custom table, which is going to be like all from 1 to 1 minus 0.5 to 1 to 1 minus 0.3, depending on your wind strength. Center the ball and hit perfect. And we are then going to clip the rough and roll down towards the pin. And you can see here now that we just barely fall down into the green. And that's the key with this par 3 with the new pin here, is that it's all about the speed. If you come onto the green too quick, you are going to miss left. If you come in too slow, you are going to miss right. And to try to find that sweet spot is very difficult to do that on a consistent basis. For hole number 4, we are going to lay up on the right hand side. We're using the quarterback level 9 plus to start at the top of plus 5 and looking to have the white ring to the left by the rough line. Once we have found that, we're swapping to the big topper level 4 plus, all the top spin, half a left spin. And now we're going to adjust the max plus 5 P3 numbers. The reasoning for the big topper is to allow for a lot of top spin, so we can put ourselves close to green, or let's say like this, as close we can, so we can have a min club to play from. 0.7 ball of left curl with 100% max and slow needle. You see we bounce nicely on the fairway, room for greats on either side, and we roll this ball to be somewhere between 380 to 390 yards. Now, on the second shot, we are going to put ourselves at a min club. That's the whole plan with this. So we are at min club, looking to have the ball guideline through the hole before we apply spin. And once it's time to apply spin, we are doing spins, so the ball guideline go approximately 1 green square through the hole like that. Now, always going to be from min club min, minus 5% elevation, P3 numbers. If you do have a short drive that goes below 380 yards, then find min line and add 2.5 backspin and count up rings from min, playing 1% slider per ring, with obviously the minus 5% P3 numbers. Bounces on the green, coming up, dropping dead center for the eagle on hole 4. Take your game to the next level with our Ultimate Tournament text guide for Expert and or Master Division. The most detailed text guides there is on the market. So regardless if you're a new player to either Expert or Master, or you are an experienced player for Expert or Master, we do have you covered. We do offer as well different guides for other game modes such as Tour Play Guide, Checkpoint Challenge guides, and also 9-Hole Cup. We are the only platform that offer premium guides for all specific game modes in the game. Scan the QR code here directly on the screen, or you use the link patreon.com/golfclashtom, and you can find in the video description. That will take you to the page where you see all our packages. Then you can select the package that suits what you want to improve, and you do sign up. Once you sign up, you get access immediately to all the content. If any questions, you can always get in contact with me on my social medias, or you can email our support at golfclashtommy.com. For hole number 5, our special ball option, we do have the free-to-play ball option as well. But there is value doing a backspin boost play here. And the reason for that is that we then can avoid all the bumpy parts that is on the fairways and the rough before. So here at P0 min line, and I'm using a P0 backspin boost 3+ ball. So using 3 backspin boost, half a right spin, and I'm aiming once again at the complete min line. Minimum distance, no elevation, P1 numbers, and here I also recommend to start with the Guardian in as your wood club. And the reason for that is like, let's say that you like slip with your finger or something like that. That means that you move back into wood club. Then the Guardian will safeguard the fact that you otherwise will lose most of your backspin if you would, for example, have the sniper. So pack the Guardian to safeguard with that. Bounce past the pin, rolls back into the hole for a nice hole-in-one. For hole number 6, we are going to push the ball over the rough on the right, taking advantage of the tailwind that we do have. When it comes to the club that we are using, in this instance, we are using an Apocalypse level 4+. And what we're doing is that we start a P3 max rest for all the clubs. And once we have adjusted for the max plus 10 P3, Apocalypse level 4, we are going to push up we are going to push up 6 yards is what we're going to do with Apocalypse level 4. No push up for Apocalypse level 5+. Outside wall right curl, and we're gonna go 100% max OP with a slower needle. Using a ball with more power will allow you to have a slower needle, or like a completely slow needle if you're using a P4 ball. It also extends the range that you do have on the second shot. Now for the second shot, we are going to play a rough bump. However though, now since we move the pin, the rough bump here is hard to attack the pin from. I mean, it's still hard to attack the pin from fairway, so it's not really changing much in difficulty, but the rough bump is most definitely not as good as it once were. But we still value that as to be the better option of them two if we are comparing on bouncing on the fairway. Now, top of the yellow ring to be by the rough edge, ball guideline through left of pin or left of the cup. 5% elevation with P3 numbers using +1 for Grizzly 9 and +4 for Grizzly 8 as reference, and then we play 90% slider with that. Perfect ball it is, and we bounce in the rough and rolls down the green and dropping dead center for the albatross. For hole number 7, we are going for a rough bump. There is a nice funnely spot on the right hand side, and what we're doing is setting 1.5 left spin and 1.5 top spin to start. Now we're looking at two things. We're looking at the right side of the red ring to be by the edge of the rough line. Then we're moving up slowly so we can see the ball guideline going into the hole but being just short of the pin. So inside the hole but short of the pin. It is a finicky spot to find. We understand that, especially because it's extremely difficult to zoom in here on this particular hole. Adjust max +15 P3 numbers, and here from a personal suggestion I would say that if you do have a wind that is 8.7 or more, I would personally swap to a wind 4 ball, this to allow you to only have to pull once. Perfect ball it is, and we can now see that the ball bounces into the rough. There are room for single greats on either side, especially with the sniper, and we're dropping dead center for the hole-in-one. For hole number 8, we are sending it attacking the pin for an hole-in-one. What we're going to do is to stretch out to max, and we are first and foremost, has to be added as well, we're going to use 1 right spin, and we're going to use 5 bars of top spin. So we're stretching out to max, looking to be with our bullseye, aiming center on the fairway. Once we have done that, we are going to adjust max plus 20 P0, which is for APOC 8 users 1-1. And once we have made that adjustment, we are with Apocalypse level 4 going to push up 6 yards. Have in mind, with Apocalypse level 4, the needle will be shaky, but we do deem it necessary to take that risk, as honestly, when we have the pin standing, as we do have now, so open, and hole-in-one is definitely a possibility. This is the do nothing angle here, or let's say like this is on the cusp, really, doing nothing. And you can see here now that the ball comes in nicely. Needed maybe a tad of right curl to get itself in the hole, but an exciting time here in hole number 8 for the hole-in-one. Number 9, we're gonna play an NNT with a P3 ball to start with. So we are starting with a P3 ball, adding the 5.8 top spin and 3 right spin. Then we're making an adjustment that is max plus 10 P3. For Apocalypse level 4, you're gonna push up 6 yards after you have made your adjustment. And what you need to have in mind then, that with Apocalypse level 4, that's going to be a very shaky needle. So we do recommend to use a P4 plus ball with Apocalypse level 4 if you have the possibility. However though, using a P3 ball is not wrong in that instance, because you can see here now that we have loads of room for greats on either left and right side. We're gonna go 0.7 ball, right curl, and max overpower with a slower needle. Now, second shot, we play with our sniper. We're gonna use a 3 right spin. And we are then going to position ourselves with the ball guideline just left of the hole, with going 2 green squares past the pin. Like that. Adjustment here now is going to be 95% slider with no elevation P2 numbers, and that is for Sniper 10 at plus 9 plus 10 and the Sniper 9 at plus 11 plus 12. We make the adjustment, and then we're going to center the ball and hit perfect. And a perfect ball here will definitely have a good chance for a drop. Bounce on the fairway, up onto the green, and dropping nicely. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this playthrough for Expert Division here for the Acacia Reserve Tournament. You can use this video as well as reference if you're playing in Pro Division. As I said in the beginning, this is a mixed bag of videos from different players in our expert team. Whilst they are creating guides, I took the opportunity to make some videos as well to provide from us in the expert team a free playthrough for those of you that do enjoy that, and hopefully this is going to help you in your journey scoring well in the Acacia Reserve Tournament. If you do want to have the full experience, all the options, videos, telegram chats, you name it, for expert, and for that matter a master division or tour play guides or checkpoint challenge guide, you hear we have something for everyone. You scan the QR code here at the top on the screen, or you're using the link patreon.com/golfclashtommy in the description down below, and that will take you directly to our package, all our packages. You select the one that you like and then you sign up. And obviously we do have a support at support@golfclashtommy.com if there are any questions. Once again, good luck in the Acacia Reserve Tournament.